Buying health insurance can be confusing and stressful. Making sure you have the most coverage for the dollars you have to spend can be an even bigger challenge. Over the next few minutes, we're going to let you in on some of the little-known secrets of the health insurance industry and show you how to buy more coverage for less money. It's called the Total Protection Plan. Insurance companies know a lot more about you than most people know about themselves. For example, they know that most people rarely meet their deductible. Statistics show that less than 5% of those who have health insurance meet their deductible each year. Deductibles typically become more important when we have a major health event. In a normal year, where you may see your doctor 2 or 3 times, out-of-pocket expenses like doctor's visits, blood tests, vaccinations, and the like cost you exactly the same whether your deductible's $1,000 or $10,000. And finally, insurance companies are disproportionately proud of low-deductible health plans. They know that people favor the $1,000 or $2,000 deductible plans because they somehow seem to be safer. But in reality, they just cost more, and a lot more. Let's take a look at an example of a family of 4 in Kansas City, Missouri. We compared Blue Cross and Blue Shield's Blue for You $1,000 and $5,000 deductible plans. Other than the deductibles, the plans are virtually identical. Notice the difference in the premiums is over $6,000 a year, while the difference in the deductibles is only $4,000. Since most people go years without meeting their deductible, why would anyone pay over $6,000 in additional premium each and every year to maybe save $4,000 someday? I know that doesn't make any more sense to you than it did to me, but for some people, a $5,000 deductible just makes them nervous. What happens if you have a major health event and end up owing someone all that money? Well, let's take a look at what's most likely to put you in that position. According to the American Hospital Association, 84% of the time, the reason we go to the hospital is because of an accident. 82% of the time, the reason we stay in the hospital overnight or longer is one of 4 things: heart attack, stroke, cancer, or an accident. All the other things that cause a hospitalization are in the other 18%. And when we suffer one of these major health events, 2 other bad things happen. Expenses go up and income goes down. Medical bills are the leading cause of bankruptcies in the United States. As bad as the economy was between 2010 and 2012, still over 56% of the bankruptcies were caused by medical bills, and 2/3 of those people had health insurance. If they had health insurance and still had to declare bankruptcy, what does that mean? For most people, it means they weren't prepared for their expenses to go up by several $1,000s a month, while their income dropped due to the inability to work or having to be the caregiver for a sick family member. And if you think the new healthcare laws are going to improve this situation, remember, 2/3 of the people declaring medical bankruptcies had health insurance. In fact, according to the American Cancer Society, more than 60% of the expenses associated with having cancer are in non-medical and indirect medical costs that are not covered by most health insurance plans. Would you ever buy fire insurance for your home that only covered 40% of the house? If you're buying health insurance alone, that's exactly what you're doing with respect to cancer. But how likely are you or a family member to get cancer? Well, let's take a look at the numbers. The American Cancer Society tells us that 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will develop some form of cancer in their lifetime. What that means is that the probability of cancer touching someone in your immediate family is over 83%. So for most of us, it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when, and how well prepared we'll be when it happens. Remember, health insurance alone typically only covers 40% of the costs. But there is a solution, and it's called the Total Protection Plan. The Total Protection Plan is a combination of health, critical illness, and accident coverage that costs no more than the price of a low-deductible health plan. Remember the example we did with the family of 4 in Missouri? Let's go back and see what the Total Protection Plan would do for them. Remember that the $1,000 deductible plan cost $806 a month. The Total Protection Plan includes a $5,000 deductible health plan, $25,000 in accident coverage for every member of the family, and $50,000 of critical illness coverage for both adults, all for only $473 a month. In the event of an accident, this family has virtually 100% coverage, including deductibles, co-insurance, air ambulance, and any other unpaid medical expenses. In the event of a critical illness, they'll receive a lump sum cash payment of $50,000 on diagnosis. That money can be used to pay the deductible and co-insurance, along with the mortgage, travel expenses, child care, and in general replaces lost income for the better part of a year. And all of that costs $4,000 less than the low deductible plan by itself. More coverage for less money. That's the Total Protection Plan. Contact your broker today to get a quote on your own Total Protection Plan.